Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to crochet this cute phone pouch together. It only takes one skein of yarn to make. Take a look, it's got a nice roomy space inside and it's super cute. We've added a clasp to keep it closed. Here what it looks like finished. Alright, let's jump into learning how to make it. To get started, hold the yarn with the pinky and then place it between your index and middle fingers. Wrap it once around the middle finger. Now insert the hook into the loop and pull the yarn through. Chain 3 to start the foundation. 1, 2, 3. Place the stitch marker onto that third chain. This helps us keep track later. These 3 chains count as your first double crochet. Now let's make a double crochet. Yarn over again. You'll have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, then pull through the last 2. That's 1 double crochet. Let's do it again. We're going to make 14 double crochets total, plus the starting chain makes it 15 in total. Just a quick tip, I'm using a 4mm hook for this project. Now pull the center ring tight to close the hole. Tuck firmly to neaten it up. Looks much better now. Great, let's move on to round 2. Remove the stitch marker and slip stitch into the third chain to close the round. We'll hide the yarn tail as we go by laying it along the stitches. Now chain 3 to start the next round. Mark the third chain again so we know where the round ends. In this round, we'll increase by making 2 double crochets into each stitch from the previous row. By the end of this round, you should have 30 stitches in total. Go ahead and finish this round before moving on. Done with round 2, let's start round 3. Take off the stitch marker and slip stitch into the third chain. Now chain 3, then mark the third chain, add 1 more chain, so 4 chains total to begin this round. Yarn over and double crochet into the next stitch, then chain 1. You'll still have 30 double crochets by the end of this round. Go ahead and finish the round. Great! Round 3 is done. After your last chain, slip stitch into the stitch where you placed the marker to close the round. Now we'll move into the chain space. Slip stitch over, then chain 3 to begin the next round. Mark the third chain again with a stitch marker. Now yarn over and work 1 double crochet into the same space. That finishes the first space. So for this round, we're doing 2 double crochets in every chain space. You'll end up with 60 double crochets total. Now slip stitch into the third chain to close. Chain 1 and then work a single crochet into the same spot to begin the next round. We're now on round 4. This round is worked entirely in single crochet. Start by marking your first single crochet, then in the next stitch, work 2 single crochets. This is an increase. Keep following this pattern, 1 single crochet, then 2 in the next stitch. Repeat the round to finish the round. That finishes round 4. Now onto round 5. Slip stitch into the third chain of the beginning to close the round. Then chain 1 to start the next round. Skip the first stitch and begin working a single crochet into the second stitch. Place the stitch marker on the first stitch of the round. This round has 60 double crochets. Remove the marker, then slip stitch to join again. Slip stitch, chain 1. Then start with 1 single crochet in the first space. Round 5 is single crochets again, but with a specific increase pattern. Work 1 single crochet, then 2 in the next. That's your first repeat. Increase after every stitch. In this round, alternate, do a 1, 1, 2 pattern, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Repeat this grouping 1, then 2 in the same stitch, then 1, 1, and 2 in the next. Continue following this pattern all the way around. Increase after 1 stitch, then increase after 2 stitches. Keep repeating that. This round will end up with 84 stitches. Now slip stitch to join at the top of the last single crochet, then chain 3 to start the next round. Round 6 will be double crochet. Place the stitch marker in the third chain. Chain 1 more. You'll have a total of 4 chains to start, then skip the next stitch and place a double crochet into the third stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, then do another double crochet into the next stitch, followed by another chain. So for round 6, you're working skip 1 stitch, then double crochet plus a chain. Continue this pattern until the end. At the end of round 6, you'll have 30 double crochet posts, including the turning chain. Don't crochet the remaining stitches. They'll form the opening of the pouch. Chain 1 to turn your work. In the big space, crochet 2 single crochets. Mark the first stitch with a stitch marker. Work 2 single crochets into each space all the way to the end of the row. You should end up with 58 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn your work. Make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and mark it with a stitch marker. Now we're going to start the seaweed stitch pattern. After the first single crochet, yarn over, skip the next stitch, and in the following stitch, make 2 double crochets, then chain 1, and make 2 more double crochets in the same space. That completes one seaweed cluster. Skip the next stitch, then make 1 single crochet in the following stitch, skip another stitch, and in the next one, start another seaweed cluster. That's 2 double crochets, 1 chain, then 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Go ahead and finish this row the same way. There are 14 seaweed motifs in total. Once you finish the last one, skip 1 stitch and make a single crochet. After that, there's another stitch on the edge. Slip stitch into it, and that's it. Alright, do a slip stitch, then chain 1. We won't crochet into the slip stitch here, only single crochet into the top of the previous row single crochets. Now place a stitch marker if needed. In the middle chain space of the seaweed motif, leave it open, insert the hook, and crochet 3 double crochets inside. Then chain 1 and work 3 more double crochets in the same space. That completes another seaweed motif. 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets. Then a chain and another set of 3 double crochets. Continue single crochet where appropriate. Keep repeating this method around the round. You'll end up with the same fan shape. There should be 14 motifs. At the end, single crochet into the last stitch. Chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet in the first stitch. In the center chain space of the seaweed motif, crochet 7 double crochets to create a petal shape. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After finishing, fasten off and leave a long tail, then start a second identical piece. Make 2 identical pieces, place them together with right sides facing out. Find the first single crochet on one piece and pull the yarn through to start joining. The second piece is on the bottom. Work single crochets across the 7 double crochets. Keep the stitches loose so the seam isn't tight. Finish joining all 7 stitches with single crochet. When you reach the single crochet areas, do a slip stitch to join corresponding stitches. You can complete the remaining stitches yourself. At the final join, use a slip stitch, chain 1 and fasten off. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side, the side without visible chains. This is the back. Trim the yarn. That completes the main body. Next, we'll start crocheting the flap. The first 5 rounds of the flap are the same as the main body. Now we move on to round 6. Remove the stitch marker. Do a slip stitch into the base, then chain 3. Attach the stitch marker, chain 1 more, 4 chains total, then yarn over. Skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip a stitch and double crochet into the next. Repeat around. In round 6, complete the entire round, unlike the body where only 40 stitches were used. Repeat 1 double crochet, 1 chain until the end of the round. Slip stitch to the chain space, then chain 1 to start the next round. In each chain space, crochet 2 single crochets. Complete the round. That finishes round 6. Now start the final round. Remove the marker and slip stitch into the first stitch. Chain 1, then make a single crochet and reattach the stitch marker. Yarn over, skip 1 stitch and crochet 5 double crochets into the next stitch. Skip 1 stitch, single crochet in the next, skip another, then 5 double crochets in the next. You don't complete the full round, crochet 17 flower shapes. Now we have 17 flower petals in total. After the final petal, skip a stitch and crochet a single crochet. You can either single crochet or slip stitch to finish. Slip stitch, chain 1, and pull the yarn a bit longer. We're going to sew the flap on now, so leave a longer tail of yarn. Cut the yarn after pulling it through. Now we'll start the sewing process. When sewing, remember one side of the back body has visible chains. That's the front side. The flap's front should matching this. Place the flap face down. The back side should be facing you during sewing. Let's begin sewing. Hold the pieces in place like this while sewing. Start counting stitches from the side, not from the stitch already worked. Skip the first 5. Begin sewing at the 6th. Then go into the matching chain space on the flap side. At the joint, make a few extra stitches for reinforcement. Stitch into the same spot again for security. Now sew 1 to 1, matching each stitch on both pieces as you go. At the end, you should have about 5 stitches left, sew back and forth a few times in the final spot to secure the seam. The sewing is done. Now hide the yarn tail on the back. Wrong side. Trim the yarn tail. Use the ladder to carefully melt the yarn end to seal it. That's it. Our flap is now securely attached. This is how it looks when finished. Next, we'll start crocheting the back strap. At the beginning, leave a longer yarn tail, about 30 centimeters. It's better to leave it longer than too short. Make a knot. You can do this by hand or using a crochet hook. Start by making 4 chain stitches, yarn over and pull through. That's 1 chain. Then 2, 3, 4. After 4 chains, yarn over, insert your hook into the first chain, pull up a loop and make a double crochet. That's 1. We'll make 4 double crochets into this loop. 2, 3, and 4, then chain 3, return to the first chain space and slip stitch. After that, chain 3 again, turn the piece over. Now in the side chain loop, we'll crochet 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3, slip stitch back into the same loop, then chain 3 again, turn the piece, and repeat in the side loop. Make 4 double crochets. From now on, we'll keep repeating this method. After each 4 double crochets, chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, turn, repeat the process. Each round is made the same way, working into the last chain space of the previous group. Just keep repeating this pattern for the strap. Chain 3 and turn the piece, then crochet 4 double crochets into the loop. Generally, the strap should be around 1 to 1.2 meters, depending on your height. Adjust the length to suit your body. Try measuring against the back to check if it's long enough. Once it's the right length, finish with 3 chain stitches and a slip stitch. Make 1 chain to lock it. Leave a long tail again. We'll use it for sewing. Now let's see how to sew it on. This is the front side of the back and the flap. Sew the end of the strap to the back edge along the scalloped border. Align it with the back of the back body and sew it in place. Position the strap end at the slip-stitched area and line it up with the chain space. Sew it in place and make sure it's secure. There's no special technique needed. Sew it to the body of the bag, going over the stitches a few more times for strength. Once one side is done, cut the yarn, smooth out the strap so it lies flat. Make sure it's not twisted before attaching the other end. Repeat the exact same sewing process for the other side. I've shown one side. You can do the other side the same way. Just make sure the strap is sewn securely and not twisted. Finally, if you have a magnetic snap, sew it on to finish. And that's it, your bag is complete.